Have you ever given up on something after trying just once? Maybe it was something you wanted, someone you wanted to be, or that dream you wanted forever but never chose to be. A few years ago, my teacher asked me, "Chandhana, would you like to participate in the Republic Day State Parade?" State Parade? The one that happens at the marina in front of the Chief Minister? I had heard of students representing my school before and remember looking at them with awe. But I certainly never thought that I would be given the same opportunity. Despite the fact that I didn't know what exactly I was getting into, I was elated. This was all I could think about. After what seemed like years of practice at school, we were finally ready for the big day, the selections. My teacher called me and said, "Chandhana, you'll have to be there at the stadium at 4:30 and the selections will start at 5. What he didn't tell me was that it was 4:30 in the morning and not the evening. The next day, all my confidence soon turned into nervousness. There were hundreds of students from the entire state here to try out for those 60 available slots. And most of them had participated in such parades before. It was my first time and I didn't know what to expect. After the selection process, I remember waiting for the results to be announced. Heart in my throat, palms sweating, and fingers crossed. But I wasn't selected. Did I make a mistake? Or did I not practice enough? Or was it just a bad idea to try out in the first place? I felt guilty for letting my school down. What do I tell my teachers who believed in me and was certain that I would get selected? I was very disappointed. Later that year, we got to know that there was a stand-up comedy competition happening and they wanted me to represent our school. I had never been to or watched stand-up shows, but they believed that choosing me was the right thing to do. So I went home and watched every show I could find. English, Tamil, Hindi, subtitled, you name it, I'd watched it. And I started writing my masterpiece. Or at least, what I thought was a masterpiece. I started practicing in front of everyone who was willing to listen. My parents, my friends, the mirror, the table, the chair, the sofa. I had faith in myself, but when I started performing, only a handful of people thought I was funny. And I'm not sure if they were laughing with me or at me. 200 eyes just staring at me, blank and confused. After finishing my performance, I received minimal response to what I thought was a good set. I was very disappointed. I had put my heart and soul into practice for the state parade and for the stand-up comedy competition. They both were big opportunities given to me. And even after so much hard work, I still failed. It took me a long time to realize that worrying is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but gets you nowhere. When we hear about extremely successful people, we mostly hear about their great accomplishments, not about the many mistakes they made and the failures they experienced along the way. The most successful people throughout history are also those who have had the most failures. That is no coincidence. People who achieve great feats understand that failure is not a stumbling block, but a stepping stone on the path to success. Michael Jordan missed more than 9,000 goals in his entire career. He lost over 300 games. And 26 times, he was trusted to take the winning shot, but failed. J.K. Rowling's pitch for Harry Potter was rejected 12 times. Thomas Edison's idea for the light bulb failed over 10,000 times. They all had the choice to give up or to persist. Had they not persisted, we wouldn't know Michael Jordan as the basketball star he is today. The magical world of Harry Potter wouldn't be a part of our lives. And if it weren't for Edison, I wouldn't be here standing under these lights. Keeping that in mind, a year later, my teacher asked me if I would like to try out again for the state parade. This time, I wanted to perform better than I had before. I wasn't scared when I saw the hundreds of girls, and I enjoyed every moment of it. This time, it was a pleasant surprise to know that I was selected. The state parade was a huge success. And out of the 90 groups that had taken part from all over Tamilnadu, including the police, army, navy, and air force, we, the road safety patrol girls, were recognized as the best contingent. Later that year, I got another opportunity to perform at a stand-up comedy competition. I wanted people to enjoy my speech and say, "Hey, that's a nice speech." I wasn't scared this time, and I enjoyed every minute of my performance, and that made all the difference. Since then, I've contested in and won various stand-up comedy competitions and performed at open mics as well. What had I done different in both these situations? The same Chandhana who thought she had made a mistake by participating was now a part of a state-recognized team and was confident performing in front of 700 people and won. I did not change my speech. I practiced for long hours. All I did different this time was I stopped worrying about what could go wrong and instead got excited about what could go right. Make the most of every moment you have, because in life, there are no rewinds, just flashbacks. And make sure that in the end, it's all worth it. I changed, "Can I do it?" to "I can do it." If I can do it, you can.